What's up, YouTube? Video number 3. Basically this video is going to be about MEPS. MEPS is a long process. It takes a lot of your time, but it's worth it. You know, once you get over it and you get through everything, you get a date, you get a job and stuff like that, start your life soon, it'll be worth it. But it is probably the worst part of processing. You know, it's very long. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Alright, first you go to the hotel. You either get a ride or your recruiter will take you. Depending on your situation is when you'll go. Like your friend's school, you probably go after school. And then you'll miss a day of school. The next day, like when you go to MEPS, because you'll be there all day. It's an all-day thing. So you'll probably miss a day of school. Also, when you get to MEPS, when you get to the hotel, they know who you are. You know, my recruiter didn't come in with me. He just dropped me off, and he was just like, they'll know who you are. So they'll know who you are. They'll tell you where to go. You get on the elevator. I went to the bottom floor. It was kind of cool. It's like when you see in the movies, like you go to the little secret bottom floor. Went to the bottom floor. Everybody's in there. Air Force, Army, Navy, Coast Guard, Marines, you know, National Guard. Everybody's in there. You're in there with everybody. Went to the desk, sign your name, tell the lady or male what branch you're going to, and your name. You write all that down. You get a room key. Guys will be rooming with guys, girls will be rooming with girls. There's no mixing it up. Will you be rooming with somebody in the same branch as you? It could happen that way, it might not. If you didn't want to room with somebody, can you get a single room? No. I'm sure somebody wonders that. Can I get a single room? No, you can't. No. It is what it is. You're gonna go to basic military training. You're gonna be rooming with people. So, you know, get used to it. You have a curfew. For those of you who don't know, you have a curfew. Your curfew is, for me, I'm sure it was 9. It was either 8 or 9, but I think it was 9. The thing about that is, the curfew is important, because if you're not in your room by that time and they catch you, they will make you go home. That's what they said. I wasn't somebody who was like, oh, you know, they just lied. I wasn't trying to test that. So I was in my room on time. You can sit down there and you can talk and you can chill in the little room. They have a TV and stuff like that. Guys, you can't go in the girls' rooms. I say guys first because I'm sure a guy, you meet a girl and you want to go chill with her in a room or something like that. Girls, you meet a guy, you can't go in the room. You have to stay downstairs unless you go upstairs to go eat. They feed you at the hotel. I mean, it's a regular hotel. They feed you at the hotel. You eat, you know, and then, I mean, that's basically it. You can leave the hotel. As far as I could, you know, everybody else could leave the hotel. Some, you know, they might have stopped that. I don't know. But you can leave the hotel. You just have to be back on time. You have to be in your room by the curfew time. You can't be walking into the hotel. That's what the lady who told us, she was very serious about that. She was like, you can't, like, walk into the hotel at that time. You have to be in your room. So don't be that person walking in late thinking they ain't gonna catch you. I was in my hotel, and they said they were gonna check too. So they went around checking. Did they check? I think they checked my room. Me and my roommate were both in there. I did what I needed to do. Took a shower, laid down, got ready for the MEPS day. How it works is you wake up at 4:30. It's either 4:30 or it's either 4 or it's 4:30. They call you. I think they called one time. I think the lady expressed that. She was like, look, we call one time. That's it. You know, if you're not downstairs and then they pull off without you, you have to come back. You know, then they're like, look, we're not playing with you. We're not going to come and check on you. All we know is that after you leave, we know which rooms y'all are in. Basically, it's this simple. We come check the room. If you're in there when we come in there, you go home. If you leave anything, I think they say they throw it away, you know, so don't be that person to leave something in the hotel room, and and hope that for it to come, hope for them to say, "Oh, we found this and bring it to you." No, it's not gonna happen. So it is what it is. Don't be that person. Know exactly what you're about to go through. Know exactly what you're about to get into. Another thing is basically what else? What else do you go through? Oh snap! Sorry guys. Another thing that I realized is when you get up in the morning, eat breakfast. I didn't eat enough. I just kind of ate a couple bites, but you're gonna be a mess for like 12 hours. 12 hours. Yes, 12 hours. You're gonna be there all day, so you need to eat. You're not gonna eat until you finish everything. They don't serve lunch until like 12:30, 1 o'clock. So don't be that person thinking that, hey, I'ma just chill out. I'ma just like I ain't gonna eat. I'm be good. I've seen people in there just like, oh my god, I wish I would have ate something. I'm starving. I'm frustrated because I'm hungry. I'm tired, and it just makes everything. It makes the MEPS process even worse. I was lucky enough to have my MEPS process go smoothly. It still was long, but it went smoothly. When you get to MEPS, actually before you get to MEPS, when you stand in the line in the morning after you eat breakfast, and you got to be about downstairs. I think it was like at 5. And you leave at like 5:15 or something like that. Standing there's two lines. It's shippers, deppers. You are a depper. This is for people who go into MEPS for the first time, obviously. So you're a depper. Depper, delayed entry program. You'll be going to the you're going to be in that line. Don't go into the shippers line. Those are people who are about to go to basic military training. Don't go in that line. That's a line full of everybody in every branch going to, wherever they're going. You're going to you're going to MEPS for the first time. You're gonna get on that bus. When you get to MEPS, same thing's gonna happen. Shippers, deppers. Shippers gonna go first. You're gonna go into the reception hall. When you go into the reception hall, they're gonna play the MEPS video for you. The MEPS video is basically going to be a video stating what exactly you're gonna do at MEPS. Somebody's gonna come in there and talk to you and tell you, hey, when you're in here, you can be on your phone. Once you leave this room, you cannot be on your phone. And for those of you who want to take the ASVAB, I forgot to say that. You usually take the ASVAB the night you go to the hotel. That's what I did. I took the ASVAB and then I went to the hotel. So that's how it works as far as for me. I forgot to say that. If you already took it before, then you just go to the hotel. You go straight to the hotel and then go to MEPS. It's that simple. There are liaisons, the guys who and girls and women who basically of your branch who tell you exactly what you're doing and what you for the day and tell you what you got on your ASVAB, what jobs you qualify for, things of that nature. Will they have a job list? No. Usually get that from your recruiter after they get the list, and you get the date from your recruiter after. I don't have a specific time. Depending on your job, it's the job's availabilities and stuff like that. And depending on dates and stuff being open, when your tech school starts, is when you get your job and when you leave. So just be aware of that. You don't go to MEPS and immediately get your job and date. MEPS basically starts out like this. Once you stand into a line. The stuff that you usually do first is like eyes, ears, and regular eye test. Nothing special. You go into this room where you answer some questions from whoever. He just asks you like I think some medical questions and stuff like that. Broken anything, yada yada yada, stuff like that. Hearing test. Sit in this chair, put headphones on. If you hear a sound, you press the little button. It's that simple. Air Force, as far as we have a reading out loud test that you have to do, it's just like a paragraph. It's nothing crazy. It's not like these big words or anything like that. It's just basically, just a little reading, a little monologue, if you want to say. Not a monologue, because that's conversation basically or something like that. But it's just basically like a paragraph and a half of just you know, going to the store, blah 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 blah, or something like that. Something along the lines of something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was, but after you read it, you know, the guy write it down, or female write it down. For girls, this physical part, after you take, you know, you take a little HIV test. You know, I mean a blood test. You know, do this little physical. After you do a urine test, you do a physical. Bra and panties. Make sure you take regular bra and panties. Don't go in there with a bra that says super sexy hot chick or a thong or anything like that. Regular underwear. They tell you to bring regular underwear. You do all these jumping up and downs, jumping jacks, hopping like a frog. They have you doing crazy stuff. After you do that, I think that's basically your MEPS day. But it's long. The way I said it, it makes it sound really quick and easy, but it's not, because you're in a line. So you have to wait for people to go through and things like that. You know, the MEPS people there, you know, some are nice, some seem kind of irritated, you know, because you have to deal with people who don't have everything together, people who don't know what branch they're going to, but it's on your shirt. Like, you get a sticker and it's on your shirt, or you have to yell at somebody for pulling their phone out, you know, when they specifically said, hey, you can't have your phone out. So you did your eyes, your hearing, your weight. Oh, weight and height is very important. If you are a certain height, you have to be a certain weight. You have a weight limit, and you have a weight limit. You can't be overweight and you can't be underweight. So for those of you, it's more for girls. There are some girls who are too small. Got to gain some weight. There's a lot of people who have issues with that, and you have a shipping weight. So that's very important. Don't dip in and then get lazy and think that you can just gain weight. It's going to be an issue. Keep your weight down. Then you swear in. You know, you get to eat lunch and stuff like that after you finish. Before you swear in. Swearing in, you have to wait. It's not immediately. You go back in there, talk to the liaisons, get the paperwork. He tells you, welcome to the Air Force. You know, you do a little conversation about certain things. You know, I can't remember the whole conversation, so I'm not going to talk about it. And this video is real long, so I'm trying to wrap it up. Before you swear in, you have a swearing video. You watch the little swearing video, and it tells you what you're joining, what you're going to say. But they read it, you know, as, you know, when whoever comes in there to do the ceremony, you know, you go into the room, and, you know, you say, hey, whoever you are, I swear or affirm. You know, I can't remember everything that it was, but, you know, you do that, and then you're sworn to the DEP. You haven't sworn to the military, you sworn to the DEP. Because you can actually, if you don't want to be in that branch anymore, in their DEP, you can leave it. But that's for another video. I'm going to talk about, you know, DEP, what it's like to be in a DEP in another video. But, yeah, that's basically it. After you swear in, you go home, you know, that's it. Or you go back to your office, depending on your situation. Some recruiters may say, hey, just talk to me another day, or some recruiters may say, hey, come in. Like, subscribe, comment. As long as people keep watching, I'll keep doing it if I'm helping everybody. Next video will be about DEP.